my name is Emilia Mandano, but you can call me Yami, and this is Gaming Happens, my excuse to talk about the gaming stuff that matters to me this week. Happy New Year! With the dawn of 2014 comes a lot of failed promises and regrets. Congratulations. What matters to me this week is gaming-related resolutions. It's coming off. Piece of shit. You know what's a resolution? A resolution that I have is to not suck at this anymore. Now, I'm not one to make resolutions because I'm lazy. No, I just think that instead of sitting around hoping and wishing and waiting and making promises that you'll likely forget about, one should go out and do regardless of what day it might be. For example, I started a personal project on my personal YouTube channel, technically a resolution, except I wanted to start it 3 weeks ago, so I did. But I'll humor you. We'll talk about the gaming resolutions that you or me could do for 2014.
Let us all aim to be better gamers. Sure.
Let us begin. Finish that backlog already. It's becoming pathetic. Do you even know how many people have never seen a video game? So wasteful. And while you're at it, because the majority of your backlog is probably Steam anyway, raise your average completion percentage, for crying out loud. I have mine at 20. It's terrible. But you're a disgrace. Yours is probably worse than mine. Let's focus on you. Next. When there's drama in the video game community, do your best to pick a side and stick with it. Fight for that cause. I don't even care what side it is. Believe in something. Have conviction. Because ultimately, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Like, don't be outraged for an hour and then forget what you were talking about and 5 minutes later decide to go for another problem that gamers are having. No, remember what is wrong so that we can work towards fixing it rather than just looking for a new thing to hate. For that matter, look at things that are actually important to fix rather than just every little thing to nitpick. And for that matter, be nicer to one another. Realize that everyone is entitled to their opinion, regardless of what it might be, and that everyone is special in their own little way. Shameless plug for positive gamers. Next, try a new type of game that you usually wouldn't try. For example, have you considered pretentious indie tiers? Indie tiers is when an independently developed game suddenly makes you depressed because someone dies or some life lesson or some shit. I don't know, something artsy. Next, whenever someone's being rude online or mean or generally just hateful, make it your resolution to tell them that that attitude is not helping anybody. Next, try to get Beyonce 2 Souls to actually exist. And please develop Jennifer Lawrence the experience. Next, go to conventions. Conventions are wonderful because they're a congregation of people that share the same interests as you. For someone like me that hardly has any video gamer friends in real life, that lives in Miami where gaming events are really rare, big conventions are basically my mecca. I guarantee that you'll see gaming in a different light if you've never actually been to one and spend all your time just online where everyone can be very, very negative. And you just might be in a special edition of Positive Gamers if you go. But don't talk to me. Next, strive to be a part of the gaming community that sees video games as more than just fun. Fun is good and important, but people need to realize that there's more that video games can achieve than just that. I know that video games are young and books and movies have the jump on us, but our industry is still treated as though it's just for kids or strictly for nerds. It's depressing. So yeah, support games that do things differently. I promise you they will still be fun. And introduce people you know to games that might open their minds about the medium.
So make gaming a better place, finally.
Play less video games and spend less time revolved around the video gaming community.
Ooh, blasphemous.
Look, it's no secret that I'm very different than the type of person you would be finding in the industry, so it should come as no surprise that I welcome less obsession towards video games. I think that there's so much negativity revolving the community, it might be good for everyone to step away once in a while from that. There's an entire world out there for you to live your life to the fullest. And as much as I love video games, I have other hobbies and passions that I love just as much. Finding some for yourself could really help brighten your days. Not that you should stop altogether, but rather learn to appreciate it without letting it consume you. You might find that you'll broaden your horizons so much that you won't let the little things bother you anymore. Well, that's it for my suggestions. I hope that whatever resolutions you do make, gaming related or not, you stick with them, and I hope they make you a better person, or, you know, the person you want to be, because that's really what matters. With resolutions, you're not making them for other people, you should be making them for yourself, to better you. And I know that Twinfinite's YouTube has only recently just started with actually having, you know, consistent series, but regardless, I wanted to thank you, Twinfiknights, for watching and liking us so much in these past months since we started, you know, not just convention coverage on YouTube, but rather actual shows. Your support means a lot, and I love reading all your comments. I read every single one. I try to respond to every single one, but I can't sometimes, but I love you guys. You're really awesome. You know, the entirety of Twinfinite.net, we adore you. So leave a comment down below telling me what resolutions you have for 2014. Be sure to like and subscribe because that'll help us out. And see you next Friday. So I was gonna play a song during the credits recapping Twinfinite's 2013, but then I remembered that I'm an idiot with music. So then a Twinfinite Inc. George responded to me on Twitter about my plight. And he said, or she, don't write lyrics, tell a story. I say this as a part-time musical act. I mean, it doesn't need to rhyme or make sense. I'm sure he was supposed to be inspiring me to write a song, but I'm not gonna do that, so I'll literally tell a story. The year, 2013. Twinfinite, an independently owned video game press site. Our protagonist. Act 1. We went to a shitload of conventions, we rocked a shitload more of cities, and we burned everything to the ground. We got 1 million views. I became the sole editor-in-chief and founder of the site. We started our regular programming on YouTube. And did a whole bunch of other amazing shit because we're a website of 20 plus people, so we make so much content that it's hard to keep track. The end. Nailed it. Am I in the frame? I don't know. Every week is an adventure. Hi everyone, my name is Emilia Mendaño. I forgot to put on makeup. This is what happens when you're rushing to film before Community. Forgot how to put on everything. I'm back. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I said that I was no longer going to film these after my internship, which is 8 hours a day. Rather, I was going to take the weekend to do it. I lied, and I'm a mess now.